PeekYou is a fantastic tool that you can use to find local business people. It's a lead intelligence tool. It's also a lead generation tool, and it also gives you a lot of data enrichment. If you have an email list and you need to get a lot of information about Twitter handles and so on that you don't have, you can contact PeekYou. I also want to point out that I'm a member of the advisory board of PeekYou, and so I need to reveal that and disclose it in my dealings with PeekYou. And I'm very happy to invite everyone to a book signing that's happening on August 18th at their offices in Manhattan. You can use PeekYou to find out information that's publicly available about an individual, such as Barack Obama. You can see his age and where he lives, and what his title is. You know, there are two profiles for him, and one of them is actually ranked higher than the other. If we just look at the first one, it will show you that he is the president. You can like that. And what has his worked out as entertainment tonight, his websites, and his various social identities. And again, that can be very interesting for data enrichment projects where you have a big, large mailing list. PeekYou can definitely help in filling out that list. That can help you build a lot more interesting outreach for you. So, but if you want to also look at other things that PeekYou does, we're going to cover that right now. By looking at Brooklyn, New York, we can actually see, you know, individuals to our profile that PeekYou understands are in Brooklyn. There are probably not that many really that would be particularly relevant. If you're going to look at location, you can get this type of information, and then you can also go on by medical, by jobs, by interests. So if we look at doctor, for example, we might get, but these won't be really targeted towards Brooklyn. However, if we want to look at an interest, say web analytics, and we were looking at, you know, New York State, you know, because that's what at least we want to look at our state. We probably can't go down here to Brooklyn itself, but we can definitely find some people that are, and not all of them are necessarily going to always come up as being in New York, but you can kind of see that there'll be other people. And it's also an interest as web analytics. It's not just a tool, and it's more than a reporting tool. So we're giving you a lot of different information about what web analytics is. This can give you an idea of people who you might be. You can even use PeekYou to look at phone numbers, and you can look at schools, like for example, I don't know, City College, but let's say Brooklyn College, Brooklyn College, New York City. All right, let's see what it has to say about that. It's going to give you people. And so far it hasn't been able to give that, but nevertheless, in many cases it will be able to give you something that you'll be able to use. You can also do more searches that probably end up taking you to other sites, but which you can refine your searches by city, state, location, and so on. All of this based on public information. If you have somebody's email address, you can actually use that as a way of searching. So, for example, I have one. I don't know if it's going to pick up anything, but this is one of my address. Let's see what if it picks up anything. And basically, it doesn't really seem to. Well, it's still looking. It's still looking. But there are many ways that PeekYou can be a way to fill out your data. And if you have a data operations that needs a lot of enriched data and you've just not collected it, PeekYou can actually be one of the best places to go and get that. So it's also coming out with a new Peek Analytics product, but that will be announced shortly, but not at this conference. So that's all for PeekYou right now, but I think it's something you'll want to look at.